Good morning, it's meteorologist Michael Fecka. Welcome back to the morning streaming show that we do here every day, Monday through Friday. We start off with a look at our forecast, and then we'll transition over to your news headlines with Mitch and Casey. So you don't want to go anywhere so you don't miss a beat on news and weather. But starting off with a look at that forecast, it is going to be another cool, sunny, and breezy day ahead for our Wednesday. That cool air will continue to settle in over the next few days, especially through the overnight hours tonight, and then again Thursday night into Friday morning. We've got the potential for some frost, and then as we go towards the weekend, we should stay dry through about Friday. However, we are tracking out some slight chances for showers returning Saturday and into the start of next week. So taking a look at our Doppler radar, our setup across the country, you've got this big area of low pressure kind of just swirling right over the Great Lakes region to our north and east, and that's bringing in some scattered shower activity to portions of New England, and then even some lake effect rain bands moving through areas like Michigan and Wisconsin as well. We have high pressure that's anchored to our west, so that's going to keep everything nice and quiet here for the next few days. So zooming in, we don't really have any troubles. We barely even have a cloud in the sky right now, so we'll stay dry through Friday. But looking at our temperatures, it is chilly. We started off in the lower 40s. I think we bottomed out at around 41 here in Evansville. 48 now. We've climbed up around 7 degrees now that the sun is up. 49 in Newburgh, sitting at around 50 out towards Lewisport. So that seems to be the warmest spot on the map this morning. And we'll continue to climb up out of the 40s and 50s and into the lower 60s this afternoon. Again, mostly sunny skies with a little bit of that breeze. That's not really going anywhere. Similar to yesterday, gusts up to 25 miles per hour will be possible out of the westerly direction before they kind of ease up overnight tonight. And really, it's the clear sky combination with the light winds that is allowing those temperatures to drop down into the upper 30s, which is where we could develop some patchy areas of frost. Now, I think the frost potential will be a little bit better Thursday night into Friday as temperatures will be even cooler, but we do have that frost advisory in effect. That goes into effect at around 3 a.m. Thursday morning and is set to expire by around 8 a.m. Thursday morning. It actually has now kind of expanded a little bit more. Originally, there were a few counties missing in southern Indiana and southern Illinois, but now that's all filled in. So if you're included within this blue shaded area, that's where you have the frost advisory. If you have any sensitive plants or vegetation outside, maybe cover it up or bring it inside for the night so they don't sustain any frost damage. But we'll warm right back up into the low to mid 60s for tomorrow afternoon as well. So kind of rinse and repeat here at least through Thursday. And then Friday, still be a dry day, but you are going to notice some changes gradually. We'll notice increasing cloud cover through the afternoon, and eventually that'll give way to a few showers Saturday and into Tuesday of next week. So it's not looking like it's going to be a big rain fest for us. It's not going to be a washout by any means. It's just going to be daily chances for a few showers. So timing it all out, high pressure, that will kind of center itself overhead by tomorrow, but it eventually pushes off to our east through Friday, which is why we'll notice an increase in cloud cover. And it even looks like we'll stay dry through most of the day on Saturday until Saturday evening. We'll have a few showers spread in from the west, and then a weak wave of low pressure will drop off to our south, and that'll clip mostly areas along the Ohio River and western Kentucky through Sunday night and into early Monday morning. And then another weak wave of low pressure drops in behind that one to our southwest, and that just continues to keep those scattered shower chances going into Tuesday before drying out through the middle and end of the work week. So that is a look at the forecast there. Here is a look at your 7-day. I'll kind of go through this in a little bit more detail for you, but today again it's still going to be pretty breezy and cool out there. We've got plenty of sunshine. Gusts up to 25 miles per hour will be possible out of the west through the afternoon, and then those winds will ease up a little bit more for our Thursday, still holding on to plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will be cooler in the lower 60s through about Friday, but then as those clouds and showers begin to roll in, our temperatures will actually warm up to around average, topping back out in the upper 60s by Sunday and into Monday of next week, with again some of those spotty showers continuing through the day on Tuesday. Let me take a quick look at some of the comments for you just to see. It looks like Zach says, is Evansville expected to get severe thunderstorms next week? No, we're not expecting that at this time. Jeanette says, I am sick of these winds. I actually don't mind them too much, especially when it's just a gentle breeze, but sometimes when they get a little bit too heavy, they can knock around your Halloween decorations, and that's no fun. So that's another pro tip. You definitely want to keep those weighted down at least through today. It looks like Ricky is saying hello, and Cheyenne just said it herself. Me too, my blowups are struggling. And it looks like Suzanne says good morning. So that is all I've got here for the weather portion of our stream. I'm going to hop off now and send things over to Mitch for a look at your news headlines.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Well, good morning, and thanks for joining us here for the news portion of your 8:30 stream show. It is Wednesday, October 22nd. I'm Mitch Carter.
That's right. I'm Casey Mason. We appreciate you joining us here today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michael Fecka, of course, breaking down our forecast and headlines today. Like you said, it's going to be a little breezy out there, a little cold, but hey, it kind of feels like fall for sure.
Definitely.
So, but we're going to break down a few of our top headlines from this morning's news in case you weren't able to join us, or just recapping here with you today. Starting off with some breaking news that we've been continuing to follow all morning long here. Evansville firefighters, they were called out early this morning to a house fire, and dispatchers, they tell us it was called in just before the 5 o'clock hour this morning. Of course, the video that we were able to capture from our 14 News tower camera that you're looking at right now really showed a lot of smoke there in the area of Oakley and Louisiana Street. So far, dispatchers just tell us that EFD, EPD, and AMR were all called out, which that's per protocol on that. But at this point, we don't know if anyone was hurt in this fire or really what might have started this fire. But of course, we're going to continue to follow this story today and keep you guys up to date both here on air and online.
Absolutely. And kind of shifting gears now, another story we're following right now in Henderson County. A manhunt is still underway for an escaped inmate. Now, authorities say 53-year-old Timothy Oliver, pictured there on your screen, was being held at the detention center there when he escaped around noon on Tuesday. Police say he was wearing a shirt with trustee printed on it and possibly a tan or an orange outfit. Authorities say he was also wearing blue jeans and a ball cap. The jailer says Oliver and two other inmates were working outside repairing bicycles, and officials say a deputy was out there with them. But the jailer says just before noon, Oliver then took off on one of the bikes. That bike later found south of the jail, and police say if you see him, he's not likely dangerous, but they don't want you to take any chances. If you do see him, you're asked to just simply call 911.
All right, this next story here, you guys, we are just the messengers on. We're going to have to break some bad news for those going to and from Owensboro. Kentucky transportation leaders, they tell us that the Blue Bridge will remain closed until the beginning of next year. Now, we were hoping that this would open up in October, but it looks like things are getting pushed back. Leaders say that work continues to replace a long span of the steel bridge decking and just to make other repairs there as well. But due to a delay, it was in materials that caused this. The contractor had to push that opening date back to now January 16th. For now, people are still asked to go ahead and use that Natcher Bridge detour or cross the twin bridges.
There you go. A lot going on there this morning. A couple big headlines for you. You know how this goes by now for any of our returning viewers. Appreciate you joining us this morning. Of course, Michael Fecka, we thank him for filling in for Byron here today through Friday, hopping on with you guys and talking about all those winds out there. He mentioned keeping those blow-ups for Halloween, stuff like that, pinned down. It is so windy out there once again. But like you said, too, the good news, not expecting any severe weather anytime soon. So we're sitting pretty.
We are going to have to bring in our mums.
Yes.
If my husband is watching this, we're going to have to bring in the mums, right, Michael Fecka? All right. We got to save the mums. They always die every year. So I'm hoping this is our year. So you too, right?
Yes.
All right.
Right now it's 8:39, coming up on 8:40 here. Once again on your Wednesday. Of course, we're back here bright and early tomorrow. Same thing at 8:30. Catch us here, myself, Casey, and Michael with all your stuff on our 8:30 stream show. But for now, please enjoy the rest of your day. Go out there, enjoy some of those cooler fall-like temps, and we'll see you guys back here on Thursday.
See you then.